Can't be too safe out here. Hello, Aromas. This is Aromie here. Welcome back to Color Malice Unlimited. We are here picking up. Well, not us picking up. Mochida is gonna pick up the phone. Mochida's a nice husband. Hello, this is the Special Regions Crime Prevention Office. That's right. What's the matter, ma'am? You just wanted to hear my voice? Good grief. Alright then. Is that your wife? You were saying that you weren't feeling well before. How are you now? From what I could hear of the conversation, the call was from an elderly woman. Oh, who called SRCPO often. We haven't got many non-report calls lately. Calls that weren't reports were typically complaints, grievances, or other small talk. Even though a woman Mochida was talking to didn't call as frequently anymore, it was proof that peace was finally returning to Shinjuku. Then the phone rang again. Hello, this is the Special Regions Crime Prevention Office. As always, I waited for the caller to continue, but after a pause, there was still no answer. I had a bad feeling about this. God, that fucking scared me. God, jeez, stop! Adonis will now pass judgment on Yuka Somaya, an avatar of evil. What? The line cut off before I could even... Oh, God, I'm so itchy! Adonis was going to pass judgment on someone. That's what they said, right? Was the call long enough for it to be recorded? That's a thing, right? The police phone call scanner? Was this another one of their warnings or just another prank? I checked the number and found that it had come from a payphone, then called the number back. I waited for a while, but nobody answered the line. I put down the receiver and rushed over to Mochida. Mochida. Hey, you look pale. What happened? He had just finished talking to the old woman when he noticed a change in my demeanor. I just got off the phone with... I explained what had happened. Mochida took a moment to think, then looked up. First, we need to find out who this Somaya is. Call it in, Hoshino. I'm on it. God, I'm fucking itchy. Controlling my nerves, I keyed my radio. This is Shinjuku SRCPL to all units. A threat stating that Adonis will now judge Yuka Somaya was just received from a public payphone at the one block of Shinjuku 35. This may be a new Adonis incident requesting priority response. Oh, Enomoto, please be safe, please. Acknowledge, we're en route. Wait, was that Minio? He must have been on patrol. I hope he won't get into any danger. Still anxious, I signed off the radio. I would not feel comfortable. Michiko's voice came over the radio with a highly unexpected report. As soon as I heard it, I felt like something had seized a hold of my heart. Of course, I knew that there was no proof yet that this was really a threat from Adonis. Still, it wouldn't surprise anyone if Adonis had been in hiding, waiting for a chance to resurface. Just when things finally calmed down, when people could finally sleep soundly again. There was no guarantee that the peace would keep forever. In fact, petty crimes still occurred in this town on a daily basis. With that in mind, I knew that even this minor respite was worth protecting. Right now, I have to do whatever I can. Satake and I arrived at the phone booth as directed, but it was abandoned. We decided to split up and do a sweep of the area. So far, so good. Who is that person anyway? But if that was a credible threat, then this Somaya could be in real danger. I hope that the phone call had just been another hoax, but that cautious optimism ended when I spotted the figure of a young woman sprawled on the ground in an alleyway. Wait, she dead? This is the police. Are you alright, miss? I ran over to the woman and checked her condition while trying to mind my surroundings. She was still conscious. Her only obvious wounds were some lacerations to her right leg. The bleeding seemed to have stopped already, so it probably wasn't a deep wound. There was a bloodied knife next to the woman, so it had probably been used to slash her. First, I should call this in. First of all, you're aware of your surroundings? Okay. I was really scared the killer was like hidden around the corner and he was ready to slice again. Yo, wait, what if she's faking to be hurt and then she pulls out a knife? Can't be too safe out here. Hey, are you alright? Can you speak? The woman grimaced and slowly opened her eyes. Did you save me?
いえ、俺が駆けつけた時にはあなた一人でした。失礼ですが、染谷ゆかさんじゃありませんか？
You're alone when I found you. Pardon me, but are you Yuka Somaya?
そうです。急に背後から襲われて、ここに引っ張り込まれて。
Oh, what did you do? Yes, that's me. Someone pushed me down and attacked me from
落ち
behind.
着いてください。ひとまず怪我の手当てをしないと。
Just try to relax. I need to give you first aid. Yo, Minio, you have to report where the fuck you are, please. She took my offered hand and looked around. Oh, she's cute. Oh, you're a high school student? 18? What did you do? Or maybe she rejected someone.
男だったと思うんですけど、悪を裁くって言ってました。
She probably rejected someone that, like, confessed to her, and they see her rejection as evil. I think it was a man that attacked me. He said something about judging
一歩
evil.
間違ってたら、私。
If I'd moved an inch in the wrong direction, I...
怖かったですよね。女性の刑事に付き添ってもらうよう頼むので、少し待っていてもらえますか？
You must have been scared. I'm going to call some female detectives to assist, so please bear with me for a second. Taking pity on the frightened girl, I keyed my radio.
こちら木曽Enomoto、染谷ゆかさんを保護しました。意識あり、怪我をしています。場所は
This is Enomoto Fields Ops. I've secured Yuka Somaya. She's conscious but hurt. We're currently at... I met up with Satake, explained the situation to the detectives and emergency medical service, then left the rest to them. Somaya had been rather frightened and insisted that I stayed with her, so I'd accompany her as far as the hospital.
綺麗な現場だな。
It's so clean. That was my first impression of the hospital compared to the crime
ナイ
scene.
フ以外、犯人の手がかりになりそうなもんは見当たらなかった。
I didn't see anything obvious aside from the knife that could lead us to the suspect. The investigators would probably find more definite clues like footprints or traces on the victim's clothing. It was forensics' job to look into that. Still, something bothered me. If it had been a random crime, then the perpetrator would have left behind more traces. That didn't feel like the case this
犯
time.
罪に手慣れている人間。
Are we dealing with an experienced actor? Their shadow still loomed in my mind, but no coin had been left at the scene. During the X-Day murders, Adonis had always left a coin as their calling at each crime scene.
いや、奴らが手口を変えただけかもしれない。
A copycat crime, then? No, they could have just changed their MO. It had been 3 months since the X-Day cases had come to a close. I clenched my fist. Now we were faced with the threat of a new violence. Well, chapter 2. Doubt is the origin of wisdom. Well, I feel like Adonis wouldn't copy the same thing that they did prior. Like they're gonna switch things up, so then the police are on their toes. The police station was abuzz with the talk of last night's events. The victim is Yuka Somaya, an 18-year-old female. She's a high school senior. The crime scene investigation hadn't found any of the coins that Adonis always left at the crime scenes. For that reason, the event was being treated as a copycat crime that was unlikely to be directly tied to Adonis. An investigation had been immediately started based on the victim's statement, but there were no leads on a suspect so far. We didn't know their objective, but if they were here trying to emulate Adonis, then it wouldn't surprise me if this was followed by a second or even a third crime. The news media had picked up on the incident too, and visits and calls to SRCPO has been non-stop. Unlike previous attacks, there had been a public warning of the crime using Adonis' name. The trend towards peace and quiet in Shinjuku was abruptly reversed. As was expected, the public was nervous.
その件につきましては現在捜査中のため。はい。お答えしかねます。
Yes, that's still currently under investigation. Yes, that's right. I'm afraid I can't give you answers right now. I heard the rookie sang as he finished a call.
国防がこんなに激務だったなんて昨日までと違いすぎます。
I never thought the SRCPO would work me this hard. Yesterday wasn't like this at all. Everyone is on edge. It's our job to help them through this difficult situation.
心折れそうです。
My heart breaks for them. Come on, we can't rest yet. Let's do our best, okay?
はい。
Yes, ma'am. I tried to comfort the tired rookie, then picked up the phone. Hello, this is the Special Regions Crime Prevention Office.
警察は何やってるの?
Are you lazy cops even doing your jobs? No, I'm just sitting here. I'm just sitting here twiddling my thumbs. What do you want, woman? We don't have anything to go off of.
新宿には妹家族がいるのよ。隔離措置が解けたから安心してたのに。何かあったらどうするつもり？
I guess I'm just chilling. My little sister's family is in Shinjuku. I thought everything would be fine after the quarantine lifted. What are you going to do about this? I apologize, ma'am, but we're still investigating the case.
そうやって当たり障りないこと言っておけば引き下がると思ってるんでしょ？
Do you think a non-answer like that is enough to get me off of the phone? You know, if I was having a bad day and I didn't care about my job anymore, I would have just hung up.
バカにしないで。こっちはね、家族の命がかかってんのよ。
Don't you play me for a fool. My family's lives are at stake here. Alright, I understand. I don't know what to tell you though. There were countless more calls expressing anxiety, frustration, and questions about the progress of the investigation. Among them...
こんなことがまた起こるなら、新宿隔離措置が解けた時にすぐ引っ越せばよかった。
If I'd known this would happen again, I would have moved out of Shinjuku as soon as the quarantine
せっ
lifted.
かく親の反対を押し切って高校卒業してすぐ上京したのに。
I went against my parents' wishes and moved to Tokyo after I graduated high
ここ
school.
で頑張りたいと思ってたけど、殺されたら意味ないよ。
I thought that I'd make a life here, but what does it matter if I get killed?
警察は俺たちを守る気ないの。
Are your police even trying to protect us? Of course we are. I would do everything in my power to protect you. It would have been easy to say that, but for me to say that in my position would have carried serious responsibility. I'm sorry to hear that. The man hung up without another word, and I replaced the receiver, feeling helpless. He moved to Tokyo right after high school, like me and Kazuki. It would have taken courage to leave his family behind and strike out on his own. He came so far, yet... I felt terrible that this situation had happened in spite of his determination. Of course, he wasn't the only victim. As long as Shinjuku remained more dangerous than the rest of Tokyo, people wouldn't be able to rest easy. Even though we made progress after arresting Kobayashi and Okata, this still wasn't over. I have to work even harder. As part of SR's CPO, I had to hear out as many people as I could. That was all I could do for them at the moment. Hello, Special Regions Crime Prevention Office. Just here to do my job. I feel helpless doing it. Unfortunately, I can't give you the answer you want, but rest assured that we are doing everything we can. As I put the receiver down, someone tapped me on the shoulder.
Hoshino, Omae hiru kyukei wa?
Hoshino, did you take your lunch break yet? Huh? I did a little while ago.
本当か? ずっと席にいるし、休憩らしい休憩をとっているように見えなかったぞ。
Really? You've been at your desk the whole time. That doesn't sound like a break to me. I'm okay. If I have one quality I can be proud of, it's my endurance.
いや、そうは言ってもな。
That's the one quality I do not have, endurance. Still. Oh, excuse me, I have to take this. Hello, this is the Special Regions Crime Prevention Office. I felt bad about cutting off Mushida, who had only been looking out for me, but I continued to answer the calls. Swear to God, if this girl tries to come at my boyfriend. On my lunch break, I went to visit Omae in the hospital.
榎本さん、来てくれたんですね。
Swear to God, if she tries to... Officer Enomoto, you king.
はい。なんか俺を呼んでるって聞いて。
Yes, I heard you were asking for me?
すみません。刑事さんが付き添ってくれてるんですけど、なんだか怖くて。
Are you a paid actor? Actress? Sorry, the detectives have been trying to talk to me, but I was so scared.
榎本さんなら話し相手になってくれるんじゃないかと思ってお願いしたんです。
I told them that I might have an easier time speaking with you, which makes sense because usually, you know, the victim, whoever like finds them first, they're more willing to talk to them more because, you know, that's their savior, their like hero. So, oh, although I had mixed feelings about being told that I didn't act like a police officer, I figured it was more important that she could talk to someone.
俺もちょっと話を聞いてみたかったんだよな。
Besides, I have a few questions for you too. There hadn't been many surveillance cameras around the crime scene, so the perp could have easily fled before Somaya regained consciousness. Forensics hadn't found any prints on the weapon, and detectives were currently looking for nearby witnesses. It was possible that she hadn't known her attacker, but I heard that their current theory was that they were related somehow.
自分で言っちゃいますけど、俺って署内でも親しみやすさに定評があるんです。
Well, this might not mean much coming from me, but people at the station do say I'm easy to talk to.
やっぱり昨日助けに来てくれた時もすっごく安心できましたもん。
I knew it when you saved me yesterday. I felt so safe around you.
そりゃよかった。まだ落ち着かないでしょうし、俺でよければ話し相手になりますよ。
Glad to hear that. I know you must still be on edge, but I'd be happy to listen if you want to talk.
ありがとうございます。昨日からちょっと混乱してて。
Thank you. I'm still a little confused from
だ
yesterday.
けど落ち着いて考えてみたら、襲われた原因に心当たりあるんです。
But now that I've had time to think about it, I think I might know why I was attacked. And we're gonna figure that out in the next episode. Better not come at my boyfriend, alright? What's your name? Yuka? But anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.